It's finally payday again. Welcome to my March budget. Having a payday routine has helped me so much in terms of my financial well-being. So I follow the same routine every payday. I like to make sure that everything has a place so I know what I'm spending, where it's coming from, which account it's in. Like, I do have a number of accounts allocated for different things, but that's just so it keeps it tidy in my mind. It just makes us feel so much better about my finances, knowing that everything has a place and that all upcoming payments and expenses have been accounted for, or at least as much as they can be. One thing that has helped me loads is having spending pots or sinking funds or cash envelopes if you prefer to keep your cash, but I like to earn interest on them. This gives me a mini budget for different categories of things that I know will be coming up in the next few months, whether that be holidays, vet bill, dental, car stuff. My car insurance is going to be due this month, which is going to be a big expense. I do use Plum for this, but I will take you through the spreadsheet instead just because it's easier to record for YouTube and it's good for me to have kind of like that dashboard overview of the spending and what's been going in and what's been going out. But I do like to keep it in Plum. One, because I get the interest. Two, Plum is really easy to use. You can also set it up to automate your savings, so you can have like you can set up like a splitter, so if it takes money out of your account it like splits it into your pots. I did used to use that, but now because I allocate my money in different places, there's like kind of nothing in my current account for it to take money from, and if it does take money, it's going to be money that I've left in there for bills, so it doesn't work as well for me currently. But I did used to use that feature quite a lot. A lot of other banking apps do this. I know that Monzo has spending pots. I also have different saving pots in Zoba, so you could technically have your sinking funds in there and earn interest on it that way. But yeah, a lot of banks do it. I like Plum. I've been using Plum for a while, and I like how I've got my pot set up, so I'm sticking with Plum. So I will put a referral link in the description. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It kind of just depends if they're offering anything at the moment, but feel free to click the link. If the link doesn't work, it is really easy to set up a Plum account. So let's get into it. I will take you through my spreadsheet and show you all of the spending that I am going to spend this month. It is going to be an expensive month. I have a few payments due, but we'll get into it. Welcome to my budget spreadsheet. I forgot what it was called there. So I have already added in my opening balance from Payday, my income, which has been the same for a few months now. So moving on to fixed costs. So this is anything that comes out of our joint account. So we've got two joint accounts. I've got one for bills and then one for like shopping, like the food shop, and if we need any like toiletries or cleaning stuff, that all comes out of a separate account. So I am just going to copy and paste all of this over because while some things have changed, like now we are paying council tax, gas and electric has now been sorted out. We're paying two lots of water now because we pay for water. Wastewater is different to the water coming in. I've never known that anywhere that I've lived, but anyway, that's what it is. So we are paying that, but we did have a buffer built up in this account before we bought the house. So before the house went through, we kind of threw a lot of money at the bills account just to tide us over a little bit. So I had a little bit of a buffer in there. So we are still using a little bit of that, probably up until about April time, and then we'll have to relook at it and probably put a little bit more in. But at this point, that buffer is still paying for the extras because, for example, the council tax is a lot more because it took us a while to sort it out, so it wasn't updated straight away. So then we're paying more than what we should be. We're putting like more, I don't know how to say it. It's spread out over less months than the full year, is what I mean. So that's that for now. So that will change going forward. It does look a little bit like we're not paying council tax, but that's not what it is. It's just that the buffer is paying for it. So moving on to personal bills. My personal bills. So my car, phone, pet insurance and pet plan. I don't know if that pet insurance might have gone up. It seemed to go up when I changed the address, which I did late, which is naughty, I know. I'm just going to check that because I have a feeling that it's higher than that now. Yeah, so that is now 31, 35, so it has gone up ever so slightly, but everything else has remained the same. Again, all of these are the same. I now have to pay monthly for free trade, so I'm going to put that in where Barclays was, because I know you can get it for free on Trading 212, but I prefer free trade, so my ISA isn't free trade, so I am paying £5 a month for it. I know that is stupid for a lot of people, but I like free trade and I don't like change, so yeah, £5 a month. Sorry, is what it is. It's one less Starbucks, let's be honest. It's less than one less Starbucks because they're so expensive now. So, moving on to savings and investments. So, free trade, I always put in £50 a month. I do want to look at this at some point once I've moved everything over to my ISA, because I've currently got a general investing account and an ISA account. So, I'm trying to move everything over to the ISA, and then I'll have a look at potentially increasing this payment slightly. I might put it up to 75. Also, my phone will be paid off soon, and I'm planning on keeping the handset. I'm not just going to get a new phone because I paid it off, so I could add that to that, and then I'm not spending any more money in it and put £75 a month in free trade. We'll see, but that's kind of where my thoughts are at the moment. I put 25 a month in NS&I, so this is premium bonds. It's just a bit of an emergency fund / for fun, because I like the idea of potentially winning, but I haven't won anything yet, so it is just what it is. It's £25 just for the excitement of the potential of winning £1 million. Yeah. So I'm going to leave savings for now. I'm going to put everything in that I would normally put in and then go back to my savings. So 500 in my spending pot. So I'll go through how I'm allocating this 500 in a second. And I always give myself £100 spending money on Monzo. That's just for tapping my card. If I'm out, I want to buy some chewing gum or a can of Monster or something. I like Monster before I go to the gym. And I often forget to buy it in bulk, so I'm often going to the shop. But I have actually just bought 24 cans from Farm Foods, so it won't be Monster for a bit. So, total left in my account after all of the expenses that I know are going to leave is £312.96. So I do like to keep a little buffer in my account. So I won't spend all of that, but I think I might I'm going to go a little bit rogue, I think, this month. And I'm going to put 100 in my savings, and I'm going to put 600 into my spending pot, and I'll explain to you why in a second. We've got a lot that's going to come out. Well, I've got a lot that's going to come out, so I kind of just want to keep myself afloat and not go under anywhere if I don't need to. So that will leave me with a buffer of £112.96 in my account. I don't think that's too bad. Sometimes I do go into it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what comes up that month. You can guarantee that something will come out that I wasn't expecting, so that's kind of for that. That's a small buffer for that. I do have other pots of bigger savings that act as more of an emergency fund if it was something like big that cost a lot of money, like if the boiler went, which it shouldn't do because it's a new house, but like for things like that. So this is kind of just a buffer, so I don't have to dig into that emergency money if something small does come up, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to take you over to my spending pots so that you're looking a little bit busier than last time, because I have took a little bit out. Does 25 show you everything that you need to see? Yes, it just fits in. I might make myself a little bit smaller. Although, no, I'm going to zoom this out. There, that kind of makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? So as you can see, there's been a lot of spending in different places. So Pig's Pot has had a lot coming out of it for various different things. So there has been a lot going on with Ziggy. He's had to have a few different blood tests, but then he's had to go and have ultrasound and a liver biopsy and stuff like that, which is going to be claimed off the insurance. But at the point where it was just blood tests, I was like, I'll just pay for it rather than claiming, because obviously it affects your premium, and I had the money there. So yeah, there's been a bit of up and down with his pot, bless him. So he is going to need a dental at some point, but he's been put on medication to see if that fixes the other stuff that's going on with him. So before we get to the point of the dental, I want to get everything else investigated before I put him under, if it's not safe to put him under for the sake of cleaning his teeth, if something else could go catastrophically wrong. So that's where we are. That's where we are with that. Petrol, obviously, petrol comes out. Dental, I had a hygienist appointment this week, so that came out for that. Fun money, nothing has changed. That's just the interest going on in. Same with meals out. Out with friends, I do have a baby shower that I am going to in April, and we had to pay up front for the afternoon tea that we're having, so that's what that is. Essentials, nothing has changed. It is just the interest going in there. Self-care, again, not much change there. Adventure money, same. Car fund, 190 has come out, so that was for my car tax that was due. I paid annually. I do have a new system that I'm doing, so I've got an Amex card now, so it's a cashback card, so I've paid for my car tax on there, but I've still took that out and put it into a savings pot, which is the pot that will pay off my Amex. So anything that I am spending on a credit card, I am putting into a pot that will pay off the credit card. I'm not just spending money that I don't have, but that's something for another day. Christmas, I haven't added anything to yet. Birthdays and gifts, I have bought a small gift for the baby shower that I'm going to. I need to buy something else as well, but I haven't yet. And also a Valentine's Day present came out of that as well. Treat yourself hasn't really changed. It's kind of Christmas birthday money that I put in there. It's not often that I top that up with my own money, so that hasn't really changed. I have just amended it because my thing was full. So what I am going to go and do now is just amend them all so it looks like this. So I'll put today's date, what's currently in it, and then I've kind of got a little bit of space because I have run out of space for Pig's Pot. So I'll quickly do that. In fact, I might just do it for this one because the rest of them do have a little bit of space. Save myself some time. So Pig's Pot currently has in, I don't know why it does this, but this is like a penny out and it really annoys us. So today's date is the 27th. And there's £183.28 in there. Then all I need to do is delete these, and then that is the total of what it should be. So we have £600 this month to spread across these pots. So it's a tough one because I do have my car insurance due, and I know it's going to be more than £297. I think it's about £350. So I definitely need to put some in for that. But what I also have is my service coming up. So the car insurance I'm going to buy annually, I'm going to put it on the Amex again, and I'm going to move over that money into that pot. So that'll cover that. But then my service is due at the end of March, but I am thinking I might just put that on the credit card, knowing that I'm going to top up this for the service after that, because otherwise all my money is going to have to go in there. I think my service is something stupid like £285 for a service, which it just seems ridiculous. I'm sure I did write it down. Did I? Yeah, so my service is £262 and my insurance is £337, which means that I would have to add £302 to that pot. But I have 600. So do you know what? I'm just going to add it. See where we end up. So 302. 302. Yeah, I'm going to add 302. It's annoying us that there's a 2 on there. But I need the 2 for it to cover everything that it needs to cover. So yeah, right, we've put 302 in. No, I'm going to call it 300 because otherwise it's just going to confuse us as I'm going. So 300 is in there, so we have 300 left to play with. So we are going away, and the payment is due on our little weekend away sometime in March. I'm not sure when it is. We don't go till the beginning of April, but the payment is due. So I'm going to put enough in for that. How much is it? I have written it down. So I need to put in 136 for that. I'm going to change that back to 302 and calculate it on my phone as I'm going. This is why I need spreadsheets for everything, because my maths is shocking since I have left school a long time ago. And then take away 136. So I've got £162 left to play with. I'm definitely going to need petrol. That is a given. So I think I might put... So I've got 48 in there already. I don't think I've got any plans to go anywhere far away. I don't think. before I get paid again. So I might just put 50 in there. Then I've got essentially 2 tanks and I've got over half a tank in at the minute. And I mean, I'm doing 75 hard at the minute. The only place I drive to really is the gym because I work from home. So I'm going to put 50 in there. Could be that I can put more in, potentially. We will see. Right, so now I've got £112 left. So I'm just looking to see which ones are low. Obviously Christmas is, and birthdays and gifts is as well. And we do have Mother's Day coming up quite soon. So I might just... It's hard because you don't know what's around the corner. That's my issue. But everything that I needed to pay off is paid off, which makes us feel a lot better. I've got enough in essentials. I don't need to add anything to that. I'm not currently running out of anything that's going to cost more than £100 to replace. Meals out. I might put a little bit in there because once 75 hard is over, it would be nice to go out for some food. So in meals out, I'm going to put a little bit in. I mean, don't get us wrong, I don't want to just end up going out for like loads of food just because I finished 75 hard, but it would be nice just to have a nice meal somewhere. This will not connect. 27. My internet today is shocking. It's 50 in there. That gives us £86. I'm not going to spend more than that. So take away 50. So we've got 62 left to spend. Dental's fine. I've not got anything there unless I crack a tooth or something, but let's just pray that that doesn't happen. Self-care sorted. I do have a hair appointment at the end of March, but it's not going to cost more than £140, and I can put more in there when I get paid again. Pig's got enough food. I might put 50 into birthdays and gifts, and then put 12 in Christmas, just so I've started putting something in for Christmas. So 27, 20, 25. Come on, Laura. What did I say? 50 in birthdays and gifts. That'll cover some stuff for Mother's Day, hopefully. And then I'm going to put the remaining 12 in Christmas. So I've got a little bit of Christmas money because that will sneak up on us and I'll have to put loads of money in it. So yeah, it has been a little bit more, but I do like to pay car stuff annually rather than monthly, because it works out cheaper. But I think that that's looking okay. They're looking healthy. None of them are looking too low. I mean, fun money's looking a little bit low, but I've got gigs booked in for the next few months already, so I don't really need to be spending a lot of money on tickets. And if I need to spend money on tickets that I really want to go and see a band that announces a gig, I also have the Treat Yourself money, which is money that people have given us to spend on stuff that I want. So there's always that to fall back on for that stuff. But yeah, it is going to be a more expensive month. I don't like it when I can't do as much of an even split across things. But I am a lot less stressed now that that weekend away is paid off and all the stuff for my car is now officially sorted. So yes, that was my pots for this month. It's quite nice. I've added a total here as well. So I don't know, can you see it? So I've got £1,942 in my total pots, but I have also been tracking actually while I'm here my savings. So I'm trying to track how much I've got in savings through different accounts every payday. So I might start adding some I mean, it's a mess at the minute because it's just a bit of a draft of me messing about. So I might cover that in another video or in these videos going forward, or maybe in, I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that I can do. So I'm trying to think of doing like monthly reset videos and goal setting videos. So if I'm trying top some stuff up here, we'll see. Let us know what you think, if there's anything that you do want to see, and I will pass you over to other me to finish the video. So that is it for March. I hope that that was helpful for you. I do feel like having a routine has completely changed the game for me, in that I'm not worrying about everything coming out of my current account and not knowing how much is left to come out and how much I've got left, because if I lived like that, I think I would be overdrawn a lot more. And I used to live in my overdraft, and I think it's because not being able to have that forecast and having everything bundled into one, you automatically feel richer than you are, which means you spend more money before the end of the month. So I do prefer it this way, definitely. These videos do also help me in staying accountable, so thank you for watching them. Thank you for keeping on coming back. It also makes me feel like I have to do my payday routine now because there's eyes on it. I mean, strangers on the internet can't make you do anything, but it definitely does make a difference. So thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Please subscribe if you are interested in this kind of content. I am currently doing 75 hard. Once that is over, I do want to look at the content that I'm putting out and maybe do like a monthly reset type video, setting goals for the month and trying to keep on track with those. But with 75 hard at the minute, it just feels like slightly too much while working a full-time job and running a YouTube channel and an Etsy shop and trying to move my investments over to an ISA, which has been a journey. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.